Good evening. Welcome to Hockey Night on Twitch. TSR's got a great matchup for you and a preview of first round action. Excuse me a second. I forgot to turn on TV before I went on the air. Right now, Toronto ahead of Tampa Bay in the standings for second place. Toronto still with an outside chance of getting the Atlantic, but they're going to need help. They got 5 games left. They're 8 games back of Florida. Right now, they're 8 points ahead of Tampa Bay. And with a win tonight, pretty much all but lock up at least the number 2 spot. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay trying to fend off Boston, who's trying to get them the number 3 spot in the Atlantic. And then make them go to Carolina and have Boston and Toronto renew another postseason rivalry. And why am I not surprised to see my resident Pittsburgh fan, King Savage, bro, in the building? Yeah. How you coping after your USFL team got dominated Monday night? That must have been a brutal one for you. Anyway, here's a look at the updated playoff picture. Right now, Florida 8 points ahead of Toronto, as I mentioned. They got 6 games left. Florida is not in action. Oh, no, they are in action right now, actually. On ESPN Plus, they are tied with the Red Wings 1-1 as a win. And maybe some help from their in-state rival, Tampa Bay, could give them one step closer to the Atlantic title. Right now, it's 2 and 3, and then Boston holding the number 1 wildcard spot. Meanwhile, over in the Metro, Carolina and New York Rangers still in a nip-tuck battle for that number 1 spot in the Metro. Both tied at 106 points. With a critical matchup coming next week. Next Tuesday night. Which could probably decide the Metro right there. It's right now, Carolina would host Boston in the first round. Florida would host Washington, the second wild card, 97 points. Rangers right now would host King Savage Bros. Pens, who are sitting in third right now at 97, tied with the Capitals. Right now it's Steven at 97. I don't know how Pittsburgh has the tiebreaker. Didn't Washington get more points on them? They won 3 of the 4 matchups, I believe, unless there's something I'm missing at the point. Well, out west, the Central all set up. Colorado, at this point, has the Central unlocked. It has the Conference on lockdown, and their next task is trying to overthrow Florida for the President's Trophy. Right now, if the season were to end tonight, Colorado would host Dallas. They would renew a postseason rivalry. Minnesota and St. Louis would go at it. Minnesota and St. Louis tied for second. However, Minnesota with more wins probably gives them the tiebreaker. Well, out in the Pacific, the Calgary, one step closer to the Pacific title. They're now 8 points ahead of Edmonton with 5 games to go. Flames are in action tonight against the Stars at 9 o'clock. The Oilers not in action until tomorrow night when they take on Colorado Avalanche. Kings right now 3 points up on the Vegas Golden Knights. The third spot in the Pacific. Right now in the wild card, Nashville and Dallas holding the 2 wild card spots. Vegas just 2 points back after managing to get 2 against the Capitals last night. So they're 2 points back at Dallas for the wild card and 3 back of LA for the third spot in the Pacific. Vegas is in danger of missing the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. So if the season were to end tonight, Nashville would head to Calgary. The Kings and Oilers would go at it, and the Wild and Blues would go at it. Anyway, let's get to the tales of the tape here. Players to watch last 5 games for the Maple Leafs. Oh. Yeah, rushed on the air and I was unprepared. Last 5 games, William Nylander, 8 points in those 5 games, including 4 goals. John Tavares with 6 assists. Morgan Riley a +5. And on the other side, for the 2-time defending champs, Steven Stamkos, 8 points in the last 5 games, including 7 assists. And Nikita Kucherov, 5 goals in the last 5 games, and Victor Hedman a +5. Goalie matchup for the Maple Leafs, Jack Campbell, a whopping 39-5 this season. Not too bad. GAA of 2.69, save percentage of 91.3, and 4 shutouts to his name. Backing him up, Peter Mrazek, 12-6. Oh, and actually he's out tonight. It would be Eric Colburn. 12-6. GAA 3.34, save percentage 88.8%. On the other side, Andrei Vasilevsky, 35-18-5 this season, a GAA of 2.49, save percentage 91.6, 2 shutouts to his name. As backup Brian Elliott, 10-3-3 on the season, GAA of 2.35, save percentage 91.5, and a shutout. Well, Toronto's been red hot the last 10 games, 8-1-1, including a 4-game winning streak right now. Tampa Bay, a little bit cold, 4-4-2, and lost their last outing. The team stats, Toronto, league best in power play percentage, 27.6%. Tampa Bay, middle of the pack, 21.3%, 16th in the league. Toronto, 7th in the league in penalty killing percentage, 83.2. Tampa Bay, 11th, 81.7. Toronto, league best in face-off percentage, 55.2. Whereas the Lightning's 14th ranked, 50.3%. Toronto, second best in the league in goals fulfilled per game played, 3.87. Tampa Bay, 10th at 3.30. And then Tampa Bay, though, 9th in goals allowed per game played, 2.78. Toronto, 18th, 3.07. Look at the season series so far. Toronto has won 2 of the 3. One back on November 4th in Toronto, 2-1. But then on December 9th, Tampa Bay took it 5-3. And then the last meeting in Tampa Bay over 2 weeks ago, where Toronto defeated Tampa Bay 6-2. So this is, if Toronto wins, they take the season series 3-1. If Tampa Bay can get a win in regulation, they'll split the season series to a side. Yep, 7:40 right now, so 20 minutes until the scheduled face-off time. Of course, we all know that that's never the actual time. We'll head north of the border in Montreal. The Flyers leading the Canadiens 2-1. The game at this point just about pride, as both teams have pretty much lost it. 9-10, the Flyers and Canadiens are respectively. After one in South Beach, the Panthers leading the Red Wings 3-1, as they're looking to get one step closer, claiming that the Atlantic Division title. Up in Newark, no score between the Sabres and Devils. Both teams just playing for next season at this point. Late in the first period, King Savage Bros Penguins leading the Bruins 1-0. As Penguins look to try to stay ahead of the Capitals for third in the Metropolitan and not have to worry about playing Florida potentially in the first round. In Carolina, with the Jets leading the Hurricanes 1-0. Hurricanes trying to maintain some distance with the Rangers and stay atop the Metro. While Winnipeg, at this point, playing for their season. Well, now their season's over, so at this point they're just playing spoiler. Battle of New York going on, just underway, about 2.5 minutes in. No score between the Rangers and Islanders. Rangers trying to overthrow the Hurricanes for the Metro lead. Islanders just looking to play spoiler. Coming up at 8 o'clock along with Toronto and Tampa Bay, Vancouver and Minnesota going at it. As Minnesota just trying to stay ahead of St. Louis for home ice advantage in that series. Vancouver pretty much playing for their season at this point. At 9 o'clock, the Stars and Flames go at it. Flames trying to get one step closer to claiming the Pacific. Stars trying to stay ahead of the Golden Knights. The final wildcard spot. Blackhawks taking on the Kings at 10:30. Kings trying to stay ahead of the Golden Knights for third in the Pacific. Looking to return to the playoffs for the first time in 4 years. While the Blackhawks just looking to play spoiler. And then the Blues taking on the Sharks. Blues trying to overthrow the Wild for second in the Central. And home ice advantage in the series. San Jose just looking to play spoiler. All right, I'll be back in a sec. Got 15 minutes to go. Game on ESPN. It's just ESPN, not ESPN Plus, in case you're trying to stream it. So if you're on ESPN Plus, you're going to be watching Panthers and Red Wings. Just little Adonis going live for the NBA playoffs. This finishes up early, and he's still on the air. I might go pay him a visit. We got about 13 minutes to roll. Guess we'll take a look at what's going on the diamond. Game's already going final. My Giants fell to the Mets 6-2. They lost 3 of 4 that series. So that could be an interesting one. Now, luckily for the Giants, they don't have to worry about going back to Citi Field because that's the only time they're going there, so they got that out of the way. Guardians overtake the White Sox for the AL Central lead as they won 6-3. Tigers defeat the Yankees 3-0. Blue Jays 3, Red Sox 2. The Twins defeat the Royals 1-0. Athletics defeat the Orioles 6-4. A's had took 3 of 4 from the Orioles this series. The Athletics host the Rangers tomorrow night. O's heading out to Anaheim to take on the Angels. And Diamondbacks defeat the Nationals 4-3. Now, action going on right now in South Beach. The Marlins lead the Cardinals 1-0, top of the 4th. Bottom 1 in Chicago, no score between King Savage Bros. Pirates and the Cubs. And then later on tonight, the Rangers and Mariners go at it. Minnesota. Series tied at 1. And Minnesota up 12-0. Oh, they were up 12 now. (22-15). Steven Stamkos, 953 career points, tied for most in franchise history of Martin St. Louis. Puck drop in about 7.5 minutes. Guess what? I'm going to announce that this is going to be the last game I'm going to be using this scoreboard for the NHL, as I got a new one in store for next time, which will probably be the playoffs, because that's probably when I'm going to start my, that's going to probably be one of my next telecasts, I should say. So this will be the end of the line for this one, as well as I'll be debuting a new lacrosse scoreboard, whether it be for the NCAA tournament or for the PLL. Look at that, the Rangers up 2-0 on the Islanders. House that's probably got more Ranger fans than Islander fans. Rangers take on the Bruins Saturday at 3 on ABC. I will not be covering that. I will actually be in Hershey, PA on Saturday night to watch the Hershey Bears take on the Lehigh Valley Phantoms in the AHL playoff rush. It'll be the fourth different hockey league I've seen action in. Besides the NHL, I've seen an AHL action where my Maryland Black Bears play. Unfortunately, they were on the wrong side of the playoff picture. They were eliminated the final day with the Northeast Generals defeating the Maine Nordiques in overtime 4-3. Of course, all they had to do was go to overtime. They clinched a playoff spot. So, rough exit for my boys, but next year they're going to come back bigger, better, faster, and stronger. So, Maryland Black Bears, see you in September. So, besides the NAHL and the NHL, I've also seen ACHA action, club-level collegiate hockey with my school, Towson University. And, of course, yes, I've also seen them play the Navy midshipmen, and the Navy crushed them. So, it would be the fourth different level of hockey I've seen. Hershey Bears, by the way, the AHL affiliate of the Washington Capitals. They're taking on the Phillies AHL affiliate. So puck drop seems like it's going to be officially at 8:15. So, of course, I come on the air too early. Rather be on the air too early than too late where I'm rushing everything. Toronto making their second appearance on TSR. They were on my first ever Twitch telecast of the NHL. I think that's where I met King Savage, bro. He was part of that raid of Penguin fans who came onto my stream. It was either that or the XFL that later on that week with the Guardians, Battlehawks, as well as the Defenders, Wildcats. I don't remember. I think it was one of those where I first met him on the stream. And he's been here ever since. But now, Toronto 0-1, lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, this is going to be their sixth appearance on TSR. They are 3-2 all time. Of course, 4 of those 5 were in the playoffs. Had a chance to call their clinching game in Game 4, but they unfortunately did not deliver as Montreal came up in overtime. And there was one stream in 2020 during what I call the experimental phase where I disengaged from the stream middle of the second period. Anyway, so it's 8 o'clock, so right now they're finishing up warm-ups. And ABC is where we will see the Stanley Cup Finals. So for the first time in 18 years, so we had an entire high school graduating class that had never seen the NHL on ESPN until this season. Can you imagine that? Look at it. So right now, Toronto trying to keep pace with the Panthers, but it's going to be tough. 8 points back after this. 4 games remaining. Panthers 5 games remaining after this. They're up by 8. Everybody in the East clinched the playoff spot, so the East set in terms of participants. Matchups still TBD. We got to play this final week out for. Who do we got in the booth? So Austin Matthews not in the lineup tonight for Toronto. I think it said Braden Point wasn't either, and that's going to certainly shape up the lineup. likely to play, but just said that he is out. So I'll worry about the lineups later. I got to scratch him out. Got Mitchell Marner and William Nylander. I had to make sure it was Nylander, not Nylander, because I'll probably end up butchering it. So, Steven Stamkos. He's been with the team for a long time, at least a decade. How long has he been with the? Well, if he gets a point tonight, he becomes the all-time career point leader in franchise history. How long is he? So he's been with the team since 08-09. That was quite a long time. With the Lightning when they were a bottom feeder. All right, looks like we're back. Closing in on face-off. The Rangers now making it 3-0. Penguins going in white at home. Not often you'll see that. The Winnipeg Jets 1-0 on Carolina. Up 2-0. Ranger fans gotta be loving that. The Rangers got, last I saw, were up 3-0 on the Islanders. It seems like there's a lot of Ranger fans in the house. Panthers on ESPN Plus right now. Panthers had 3-2, much to the disappointment of Toronto, who needs Florida to lose if they still have a shot at claiming the Atlantic. I know they don't really have much of a chance, but you know what? Anything could happen. Toronto 0-6 in playoff series since the last time ESPN held rights to the NHL. Shelley has played 26 seasons in the NHL, Hall of Fame class of 2013, a 3-time Stanley Cup champion. There was a period of time I thought that guy was not going to retire. He was going to probably play until he was like 60 or 70, but I think he retired finally late 2000s. Mark Messier had 25 NHL seasons. It'll be Eric Calgren getting the start for Toronto tonight, actually. Not Campbell or Mirazek. And it looks like we're ready to rock and roll in Tampa. Glad you can join me on TSR tonight for Hockey Night on Twitch. Toronto, Tampa Bay, what could be a postseason preview in a couple weeks. Vasilevsky plays it behind his net. Now they fight for it along the right side. Tampa Bay coming away with it as this is Cirelli with it into Toronto zone. Fight for it in the right corner, throwing along the boards to Marner. Marner throws it behind the net. Lightning take it away. Whiffed on the shot was Hagel. Now they fight for it in the right corner. Toronto trying to get it out. Tampa keeps it in, drops it back. And Cernek's shot turned away by Calgren. And arm up. Looks like we're going to have our first penalty of the game just 41 seconds in. And it looks like Lyubushkin shaking up a little bit, and they're going to be sending Hagel to the box. Look at what happened. Looked like he caught him with a high stick. Toronto with it in the left corner, dropping it back. Long-range shot goes wide of Vasilevsky. Thrown along the boards. They fight for it in the left corner. And Leafs keep it in there. And thrown out of play. They would officially call it. Let's see what the official call it. John Cooper, 10th season as Lightning coach, took over in the 2012-13 season. He was promoted from the AHL Syracuse Crunch. And all he's done since he's got Tampa Bay to 3 Stanley Cup final appearances, winning the last 2 of them. And it was high sticking on Hagel. He's off to the left of Vasilevsky, won by the Leafs. With it looking, going around the horn, shot turned away by Vasilevsky. Toronto maintains possession, dropping it back, looking, fires pass, and it was blocked. It's Tampa Bay able to get it out. Calgren plays it behind the net for Riley. Riley will take it up ice, drops it back. And now pass along to Tavares, just wide of Nylander. Leafs keep it in the zone. Nylander throwing it in there for Tavares for Nylander. Marner with it, shot turned away. Rebound! No! Nylander could not pull the trigger as he was on the doorstep. They go around the horn. Long range shot turned away by Vasilevsky. Leafs still going around the horn. Passing along. Nylander looking, shot turned away. Dropping it back. Going around the horn, shot, Vasilevsky turns it away, and somehow Tampa kept it out. It slipped past Vasilevsky, but the defense right there. And a great heads-up play there by the Tampa defense. Let's see who exactly should be getting credit. And Tavares tried to tip it by. He couldn't. Oh, no, that wasn't the play. Oh, they didn't show. It looked like it slipped past him. He was able to keep it out. Face off to the left of Vasilevsky. And the Lightning coming away with it up. And yes, they will get it out. Toronto has to retreat. And it's played by Giordano. Throws it up ice. Taken away by the Lightning. Weaving in. That's Kilnorn, and he could not connect. Toronto will get one last rush on the power play. Taking it up ice. This is Mikheyev. Mikheyev with it, passes it along. Now goes into the right corner. The penalty is expired. Tampa Bay taking it up ice. Hagel passes cross ice as he took a shot. And shot turned away by Calgary, and it goes into the seats. As Stamkos could not connect. Hagel right out of the box. Cross ice pass. Took a shot, though. And Stamkos' shot goes into the stands. Face-off to the right of Calgary. And puck taken away by the leg. Shot right off the paddle of Calgary, and he'll go out of play. Face-off to the left of Calgary. And face-off won by the ball. The Maple Leafs. Given away, though. Back to the Bolts. And shot blocked. Palat with it now. Cross-ice pass. And a shot blocked. And that will go out of play. And Kerfoot looks like he's skating over to the bench gingerly. Vasilevsky, last 18 games, 7-10-1, just a save percentage of 90.5. 16% points down, or 16 100ths down from his first 40 games when he was 28-8-4 at a 92.1 save percentage. Leafs with it now. Vasilevsky, though, 218 wins since 2015-16, most in the NHL. And that was thrown in there for icing. He's off to the right of Kallgren. One by the Leafs, taken up by Riley. And it's thrown into the Lightning zone. There'll be yet another icing. 16:28 to go in the opening period. No score. Face off one by the Maple Leafs. They have it behind the net. Marner will throw it up ice. And try to get it out to end goal, but he took a shot. Taken up now by Camp. Throws it along the boards. Vasilevsky will play it behind the net. It's taken up. Thrown into the Leafs zone. Fight for it in the left corner. As Bushkin tried to come away with the puck. Shot was stopped by Kallgren. Here come the Leafs on the attack. And now they fight for it in the right corner. Leafs trying to come away with it. Mikheyev could not come up with it. Bolts try to get it out. They're unable to. Long-range shot was partially blocked. And the Bolts able to get it out. The Leafs will have to try it again in their end zone. Thrown into the Lightning zone. Cernak with it for the Bolts. Throws it up ice. And Bolts able to keep it in. Or no, the Leafs able to keep it in. I'm sorry. Cernak taking it out. Throws it into the Leafs zone. Getting back there was Justin Hall. And now the Leafs able to dump it out. Get into the Bolts zone. Or Hedman will play it. He goes behind the net. Passes it along. Another pass along. This is Cernak. Throws it up ice to Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. They give it away. The Leafs throw it back into the Bolts zone. Fight for it along the line. Marner drops it back. And now a long-range shot. Vasilevsky keeps it out. A fight for it along the left side. Bolts trying to move it up. They can't. And I'll take it away. Shot. Vasilevsky keeps it out. And he turned away Michael Budding. Studio update now back out to Pittsburgh. It looks like the Penguins took a 2-0 lead. Goal by Jason Zucker. Penguins needing a win to stay ahead of the Capitals for third in the Metro. Pretty much that's all they can play for at this point. The Rangers have locked out minimum second. So whoever doesn't win the Metro between the Hurricanes and Rangers will play the Penguins or Capitals in the first round. Puck goes back into the Maple Leaf zone. And thrown up there by Nylander. Taken out. This is Engvall with it. Try to throw it on net. Hits the side. Vasilevsky may have gotten a piece of it. The Leafs try to move it up. The Lightning moving it up ice. Into the Leafs zone. Thrown along the boards. Now they fight for it behind the net. Leafs with it. Kerfoot. And taken up by Kerfoot. And puck up for grabs right in front of the Lightning bench. And now we got a stoppage of play. So far, nothing going here in Tampa tonight on your home for the NHL. Brandon Nagel, 38. Other scores going on around the NHL. Midway through the second, it's Flyers 3, Canadiens 2. Just over 5.5 to play in the second in South Beach. Panthers up 3-2 on the Red Wings. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Sabres 2, Devils nothing. Midway through the second in Pittsburgh, it's Penguins 2, Bruins nothing. Less than 5 to go in the second. Jets 2, Hurricanes nothing. And about to start the third. The Rangers up on the Islanders 3-0. And just getting underway, or now about halfway through the first period. No score between the Canucks and the Wild. Well, Toronto's had some playoff utility the last 5 seasons, all losing in the first round. The only time they didn't get to the first round was the qualifying round in 2019-20 in the bubble. But they fell to Columbus. Their last series win came in 2004 in the quarterfinal against Ottawa. It's been 53 seasons since last championship, tied for the longest drought in NHL history. Right now, the longest active drought. The Lightning with it behind the net. Now they fight for it. And oh, what a hit delivered there. Meanwhile, the Leafs driving into the Bolts zone as Blackwell lost it. Now thrown along the boards, along the right side. And Leafs trying to keep it in. Bolts will move it on up. This is Corey Perry with it. He'll throw it into the Leafs zone along the boards. The Leafs will play it. Looking to move it up ice. And they will. Thrown into the Lightning zone. Vasilevsky will play it. And thrown along the boards. The Lightning will move it into the Leafs zone. Palat with it. Dropping it back. Long range shot just tickles wide of the net. Follow-up chance turned away by Calgren. And the Leafs able to get it out. Bolts throw it right back in, though. Leafs will try it again. Running along the boards. And Hall played it for the Leafs. Now it's taken by Bogasin. The Bolts, and now they move it up ice. This is Cirelli. Cirelli circling the net. Was turned away by Calgren. Now they fight for it. Going into the left corner. Fighting for it. Fighting for it. Squirts free. And the Bolts able to maintain possession of it. Stamkos throws it along the boards. And fight for it along the left side. So that's Hagel. And Riley now. Bolts coming away with a long-range shot. It was blocked. And dropping it back. Now here's Cernak. Cernak shot. Blocked. And Riley will throw it along the boards. Hedman able to keep it in for the Bolts. Hagel with it now in the right corner. And they're closing in on a minute of zone time, the Bolts are. They fight for it. Still fighting for it, now giving away. Now here come the Leafs. Try to get it out. They will, but Cernak right there to throw it right back in. And shoveled out by Giordano, and it goes out of play. Now it looks like they're going to get Toronto, I think, for a delayed game. We'll have to check the penalty in just a minute. Tampa Bay going to work on the power play for the first time tonight. Looks like some jawing going on between Pat Maroon and Wayne Simmons. Meanwhile, face-off taken by the Lightning. Hedman with it. Passes it along. And shot! It goes wide. And Kucherov trying to set it up in the middle. It could not connect with Corey Perry. Lightning looking to go around the horn. Shot turned away by Calgren. Leafs right there. That was Camp. Took it away. Now the Bolts trying to keep it in the Leafs zone. Fighting for it along the left side. Taken now. And pass getting away. And they have to retreat to center. Hedman passes it along to Kucherov. Kucherov dropping it back. Killorn's shot, and it was blocked. He was wiping out right there. And shot just goes wide. And Kucherov loses control of it. And now the Leafs take it into the Bolts zone. Here's a chance. No! As Giordano lost control of it, was trying to bring it back. And now the Bolts get into the Leafs zone. 2-on-1. Here's Perry. No! Rebound shot just high over the net. If this was football, that would be good, but it's not. Taken up by Sergachev. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Sergachev dropping it back. And Maroon could not get a hold of it. Vasilevsky will throw it along the boards. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Tampa Bay will try one last push. Dropping it back. This is Palat. Throws it along the boards. Leafs with it now, trying to get it out. And they will, and they kill the power play. Great job by Toronto's special teams. Tampa Bay 6 shots on net. Toronto just 4. Sergachev passed it up. And Leafs taking it away. Passing it along. As Simmons could not maintain control of it. Bolts take it. Going into the Leafs zone. They lose it. And here come the Leafs the other way. As Spezza trying to get corner pass for Simmons. Simmons coming up with it. Cross ice pass. And long range shot by Riley, turned away. And Vasilevsky will just cover it up with 7:56 to go in the period. I need some water. Step aside, 7:56 to go in the opening period. No score here on your home for the NHL. Well, Sheldon Keefe, 51 wins this season, franchise record. We'll see if that's enough to get them out of the first round, see if they can make a legit run at the Cup. So it'll be Tavares and Cirelli taking the face-off to the right of Vasilevsky, won by the Bolts. Edmund taking it up, throws it up ice, gets away. And the Leafs will play, and they try to move it out. Bolts keep it in. Hagel lost control of it, now taken by Giordano, throws it up ice. Here come the Leafs. Tavares with it. Passes along. A wipeout, or almost a wipeout by Marner. And Bunting trying to get it across. Take it away. As this is Brody. Brody dropping it back. Pass it along. Shot blocked. As Cernak got a skate on it. And now here come the Bolts the other way. Fight for it along the left side. Of Cirelli lost control of it. Brody throws it up ice. And here's Engvall. Engvall shot turned away by Vasilevsky. Bolts able to get it out. Kucherov will play it for Rada. They'll fight for it along the right side. Leafs try to come up with it. They will. Riley passing it over. This is Kerfoot. Drops back. Shot whipped on the shot. And now the Bolts coming back the other way. Kucherov passes. Shot turned away by Kallgren. And Kerfoot trying to get it out. They will. And McDonough trying to get it out for the Bolts. He will. Driving it in. This is Colton. Lost control of it. I fight for it behind that. The Leafs try to come away with it in the left corner. They will. Struggling to get it out. They shovel along the right corner. Now throwing up ice. Taken. This is Mikheyev. Mikheyev looking for some help. He has to throw it along the boards for Riley. He'll play it along, but the Bolts take it away. Throwing up ice. And here's in the clear! This Perry had to pull back. Shot was blocked. Looking for some help. Leafs able to get it out. Bolts will try it again. Perry with it. Try to throw it along the net. Goes wide. Maroon throws it along the boards. Bolts with it now. Maroon shovels it back. Hedman trying to keep it in to Maroon. Trying to center and pass. It doesn't work. Leafs come away with it. Less than 5 minutes to go in the opening period. Throw it along the boards. Simmons going into the left corner. Throw it back along the boards. Lightning take it away. And now thrown into the Leafs zone. They'll fight for it along the left side. Leafs coming away with it. And thrown up. Now drop back. Get up by Tavares. Tavares shot blocked. Trying to get possession of it behind the net. Looking for help. It's taken away by Cirelli. Now the Bolts moving up ice 3-on-2. Stamkos back and forth. And losing control of it. The Leafs take it in their own zone. We're going to move it to ice. Marner drops it back. Shot right to the chest of Vasilevsky. They'll cover it up. 4:01 to go in the opening period. No score. We'll step aside here on your home for the NHL. Back in Tampa Bay, no score, and flashing back to their first ever playoff series in 1996. 26 years ago today, won their first home playoff game, defeating the Flyers 5-4 in overtime. "26 years later, they got 3 Stanley Cups. Flyers just 2 Stanley Cup final defeats. Combined 8-2 in the series. Bolts win the face-off, now throwing it up ice. And it looks like it'll be in. Nope, no icing. They waved it off. Dropping it back, and now here come the Leafs. Driving, shot, turned away by Vasilevsky. Bolt's able to get it out. Here's Kucherov. Kucherov passing, and it got blocked. And Hull will get it out for the Leafs. Bolt's going to try it again. And Hull will try it again. They now drop it back. Taking it up, that's Kerfoot. Lost it. And now it's thrown along the boards. Bolts lose control of it behind the net. Leafs trying to get it out. Here's Tavares. Passes along. Looking. Shot, and a turn away by Vasilevsky. Drop back. Riley passes it along now to go around the horn behind the net. Thrown along. And shot by Riley, turned away by Vasilevsky. Tavares looking for some help. And now behind the net now along the left side, dropping it back. Pass, Marner, shot, turned away by Vasilevsky. Fight for it along the right side. And now Tavares, shot, turned away by Vasilevsky. Leafs have it into zone for 47 seconds, but it looks like the Bolts are going to get it out. And thrown along the boards. Taken up now by Giordano. Coming up on 2 minutes to play here in the opening period. No score. Hedman will play it for icing. Look at the attempted one-timer Kucherov, but TJ Brody right in the way. He's off to the right of Kallgren. And false start on Bellemare. That will be a new guy taking the face off. Brody, 2 blocks tonight. Really sacrificing the body tonight. Don't tell them it's just regular season. Not when you haven't won a playoff game, in a playoff series, I should say, an entire high school graduation era. Taken up by Bellemare. Passes along. And now goes into the Bolts set. The Leaf zone, excuse me. Driving it in there, that's Blackwell. Lost control of it. 90 seconds to go in the opening period. Long range shot and right into the glove of Vasilevsky with 84 seconds to go. Saturday Penguins Red Wings on NHL Network at 12:30. Rangers Bruins on ABC at 3. Sunday NHL Nitro is a Keystone State battle between the Penguins and Flyers. And at 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus, either Lightning Panthers or Maple Leafs Capitals. Of course, that's not the only Keystone State battle going on, as Philadelphia Stars and Pittsburgh Maulers go at in the USFL on Saturday. Face off to the right of Vasilevsky. And won by the Lightning as they're able to get it out. Hagel will try to throw it in there. The Leafs get in the way. Taking it back is Bunning. Now behind the net's Brody. Brody passes it along. Tavares. And now the puck goes into the Bolts zone. Cernak played it. Fight for it along the left side. Now the Leafs with it. They're in zone looking to move it up ice. Less than a minute to go in the opening period. Pass along. It was an errant pass. The Bolts take it away. Throw it into the Leafs zone. As shot turned away. As Sorelli was turned away by Kallgren. Coming up on 40 seconds to play in the opening period. No score. Move it up ice. Thrown into the left corner. Vasilevsky tried to play it. Not a good idea. And the puck hit the side of the net. Bolts will try to get it out. And they will. But the Leafs right there and take it. Riley throws it back into the Bolts zone. Take it away. Shot. No go. He either did pull the trigger or Vasilevsky got it. And either way, still going around the horn. Driving in. Shot. Turn away. Arm up. We'll have a delay penalty with 6.3 seconds to go. And they'll get Hedman. And that's why Clifford couldn't pull the trigger. Looked like he got a piece. Looks like he had a hand. It's hooking. Face off to right at Vasilevsky. Both able to get it out, and that's going to take us to the end of the period. "20 minutes in the books, no score here on your home for the NHL. I'm trying. Too many men on the ice. 20 minutes played in Disney territory, Disney NHL. No score. Let's go down the stats once I get my fire refreshed. Toronto 14 shots in the period. Tampa Bay 7. Both sides unable to convert a power play, although Toronto will start on the power play in the second period. Toronto winning 59% of the face-offs. Toronto 9 block shots, Tampa Bay 8. Tampa Bay with 2 takeaways, Toronto 1, both with 1 giveaway. And Tampa Bay out hitting Toronto 18-11. Well, elsewhere in the NHL, after 2 periods, it's Flyers 4, Canadiens 2. Just underway in the third period, Panthers 4, Red Wings 2. Florida just going on the power play. Up in Newark, it's Sabres 3, Devils 1. That one, 16:46 to go in the third. After 2, King Savage Bros Penguins leading 3-0 on the Bruins. They're going to stay ahead of the Capitals for third in the Metro. About a minute and a half into the third in Carolina, it's Jets 2, Hurricanes 1. Hurricanes needing a win to try to stay ahead of the Metropolitan. The team trailing them, or tied with them, I should say. Late in the second period, it's Rangers 4, Islanders 1. And after 1 in Minnesota, it's no score between the Canucks and the Wild. Oh, jeez. Alright. Plug. Uh-oh. Rock and roll. All right, ready to start the second period. Nothing going in the first 20 minutes for either side. However, Toronto will have the man advantage to start the second period on the Hedman penalty near the end of the first. Marner, 9 shot attempts, 4 on goal. The Hurricanes just tied it up at 2 between the Jets and Hurricanes, which is discussed of the New York Rangers. And we dropped the puck. We're ready to roll for the second period. And they move it up ice. And this is... Put it back. Riley passes it along. And drop back. Riley passing a little back and forth. Cross ice pass to Marner. Marner with it. Drops it back to Riley. Passes. Shot. And the stick looked like it broke. Oh, no, it didn't. It's thrown back into the Leaf zone. Colgrim will play it. And this will be Riley taking it up for the Leafs. Drops it back. Nylander tried to drop it back. It dropped back too far, and now the Leafs have to retreat. As Colgrim will play it for Riley again. Then move it up ice. Passes it along. This is Marner. Marner weaving in. Now throws it into the right corner. And stopped there by Bunning, but Bunning lost control of it. Taken out by Giordano. Marner passes cross ice. As Lindgren passes along to Marner. Shot right into the glove of Vasilevsky. Bunning was trying to knock it in. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Panthers now up 5-2. Marner with the initial shot. Blackwell deflected it up in the air. And Vasilevsky right there, able to get right in front of his. Bunning was... That would have been a high stick if he had knocked it down, so they probably would have waved that one off. And the Leafs get the face-off. Giordano with it. Passes along. And shot and turned away. That was Spezza on the attempt. On the left side by Spezza as he tries to get it out. He will. And Bolts try to get it out. They will. From back into the Leafs zone. That will be where Giordano will play it for the Leafs as power play comes to an end. Thrown into the Bolts zone. Vasilevsky plays it behind the net for Cernak. And they try to pass it up ice. And this is McDonough. Throws it into the Leafs zone. Hull will throw it out to center. And now back into the Leaf zone, so Hull will try it again. Now into the Bolts zone. And they're going to call icing. As Kerfoot had in the clear if he was able to get possession of it, but he couldn't. Sheldon Keefe not liking the call. It is what it is. It'll be Camp and Stamkos take the face-off. And face-off taken by the Leafs. And thrown back into the Bolts zone for an icing. And face-off won by the Leafs. As Brody throws it into the Bolts zone. Icing waved off. Leafs try to play it. They can't. Here come the Bolts. At center. Stamkos coming away with it. Passes along to Perry. Perry with the pass. Back to Perry. Shot! Turned away by Calgren. And the Leafs able to get it out. Now back the other way. Here comes Engvall. Try to set up in front. Vasilevsky able to keep it out. Camp will try to play it. And Bolts with it behind the net. This is Foot, Cal Foot. Passes along to Palat. And gets it into the Leaf zone. Here's Kucherov. Kucherov driving in. He lost control of it. Was poked free by Lyubushkin. Here's Hedman with it along the right side. Shot right into the stomach of Kallgren by Hagel. And face off one by the Bolts. Long range shot by Hedman wide. Throwing along the board. Sorelli with it behind the net. Now Hagel takes it. Hagel looking. Drops it back to Hedman. Passes it along. Long range shot wide. Hagel trying to get control of it. Drops it back. This is Hedman dropping it back to Hagel. Passes it along. Long range shot. Score! High voltage in Tampa as the Lightning draw first blood tonight. Jesse, you got the goal. I couldn't see. Killorn got the goal. Cernak. Yeah, great deflection there by Alex Killorn. And for him, his 24th goal this season puts the Bolts up 1-0. Lightning this season 26-4-5 when scoring first. As the Leafs get into the Lightning zone, but it looks like they came in offside. Face off at neutral ice. Won by the Bolts. And now they move it up ice. Now taken away by Kerfoot. Dropping it back. Now the Leafs trying to move it up ice. Moving in. Looking. Centered pass, and they could not pull the trigger. Bit of back and forth. Nylander with it. And now he gave it away. Here come the Bolts the other way. Colden with it. Colden shot, turn away, rebound, now go! Oh, chance by Perry, does not go. As Kallgren stands his ground. And now taken up by the Leafs. Thrown into the right corner. 15 minutes to go in the second. The Bolts up 1-0. Maroon losing control, but Maroon now getting back. He'll throw it into the Leafs zone. The Leafs will try to move it up ice. Thrown in behind the net. Bolts able to get it out. And it's just Belmar dropping it back. Shot goes just wide by Maroon. Fight for it in the right corner. Taken away. Now the Bolts with it. Long range shot and goes wide. As Sergachev passing it along. And the shot goes wide. Sergachev getting it back. They'll go around the horn once again. Thrown along the boards. Now drop back. Look at the shot. Turn away. Sergachev with it. Passing it along. Tried to center and pass to Stamkos. He could not connect. Stamkos with it. Passes cross ice. Looking. Shot. High bouncer goes wide. The Leafs try to get it out. They will. Hooked into the Bolts zone. Sergachev struggling to get a hold of it. Throws it up ice. That was Kucherov. Oh, no, it was Sergachev. I was right. Trying to get the Stamkos. Here come the Leafs. They retreat to their own zone. Now they move it up ice. Camp throws it in there. Camp trying to get control of it. Hedman takes it. Make that McDonough taking it for the Lightning as they look to move it up ice. Kucherov with it. Looking, tried to center and pass. It went off the skate. Now it goes back. Bolts have to retreat. Foot passing it along. Hedman will throw it into the Leafs zone. Taken by Giordano. Throws it up ice. Bolts take it at center. This is McDonough. Throws it into the Leafs zone. Center and pass gets away. The Bolts have to retreat. Hedman will try it again. Driving in. Going to try to wrap around. No go. Rebound. No go. And that shot just goes wide. As Kallgren standing his ground. Leafs able to get it out. Cernak will play it at center. Throws it into the Leafs zone. Leafs will throw it right back out into the Bolts zone. Bolts out shooting the Leafs this period 6-1. Here's Hagel driving. He has to pull back. Throws it along the boards. Cirelli could not get a hold of it. Able to get it back. Now the Bolts with it. Here's Hedman. Hedman shot off the toe of Kallgren. And the Leafs able to get it out. 2-on-1 upcoming. And dropping it back. Now they fight for it along the left side. Here comes Cirelli. Gets it to Killorn. Killorn shot wide. Not sure if Kallgren got a piece of it or not. Here come the Leafs the other way. Marner driving, has to pull back and lost control of it. Taken away by Rada. And now Sergachev with it, trying to get it out. Maroon lost control. Here comes the Leafs. Shot just wide. Bomb chance, no go. Somehow Vasilevsky kept that one out as Colton throws it in behind the net. Leafs trying to get it out with Brody. Brody passing it along. This is Engvall. Engvall driving in. Drops it back. Nylander's shot blocked. Nylander looking. Shot from long range right into the glove of Vasilevsky. Bolts get one on the goal by Killorn. Put them up 1-0 on your home for the NHL. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the NHL, Leafs, the Flyers leading the Canadiens 4-2. That game midway through the third. Pass midway mark in the third. It's Panthers 5, Red Wings 2. Over 5 minutes to go in the game. It's Sabres 4, Devils 2 in New Jersey. It's Pittsburgh, Penguins 3, Bruins nothing with just over 11 minutes, but now over 10.5 to play in the third. Hurricanes leading the Jets 3-2 with 8:04 to go in the third. Rangers leading the Islanders 5-1. That one with just over 18 minutes to go in the third. And midway through the second, it's tied at 2 between the Canucks and the Wild. Back in Tampa, the Lightning up 1-0 on the goal from Alex Killorn. And meanwhile, the Leafs have it in the Bolts zone. Bolts trying to get it out. And they will. Bolts moving in. Marner taking it away. Marner trying to get it out. He won't be able to. The Leafs will have to try it again. Thrown up ice. Marner throws it into the Bolts zone. And with it behind the net. Shot turned away by Vasilevsky as he rejects Bunning. Leafs with it out center. Tried it again. Hole with it. Throws it along the boards. To Kerfoot. Lost control of it. Taken back by Engvall. He lost control of it. Now the Bolts try to get it out. They are unable to. As Nylander lost control of it, Hedman will try it again behind the net. The Bolts get it out. And the Leafs will have to try it again. Here we go. Driving shot right into the stomach of Vasilevsky. He turns away Engvall. It looks like Engvall and Cernak having some words. Step aside, 9:36 going to second. Bolts 1, Leafs nothing here on your home for the NHL. Back in Tampa, the Bolts up 1-0 still. Face off looks like it's to the right of Vasilevsky. And won by the Leafs. Long range shot turned away. Here's Kerfoot with it. Running along the boards. The lady coming up with it in the left corner. Throw it up ice. Here come the Bolts. They throw it in along the boards. Fight for it in the left corner. Taken away by Kerfoot for the Leafs. It's taken right back. Palat with it. Fight for it along the left boards. Stamkos setting up for Palat. Passing it along. But McDonough was not ready for it. It hit off his skate. They're going to try it again. Long range shot by Palat. Blocked. Maybe been stopped by Colgren. They fight for it along the right side. Going along the left boards. Giordano passes it up ice. Now here come the Leafs. This is Liljegren. Throws it along the boards. Vasilevsky plays it behind the net for McDonough. Throws it into the Leafs zone. It will be played by Riley. Riley wipes out. Puck up for grabs still. Bolts coming away with a shot. Score! Colton right in front. It's now 2-0 Bolts. All right. Threw it up ice. Riley was unable to get it out. Great defense there by Nick Paul. And he was the one who found Colton. Not sure if that was Colton who put it in or he banked it off a Leaf defender. And then they are going to give it to Colton. Career high 20 goals. 9 in the last 13 games. And that puts up the Bolts up 2-0. And Bolts trying to keep it in. Leafs able to get it out. As Blackwell will throw it into the right corner. They'll fight for it in the right corner. Taken away by Mikheyev. Now the Bolts with it. As Paul lost control of it. Now thrown up ice into the Bolts zone for an icing. 7:43 to go in the second period. For Colton, 9 goals since March 27th. That's the most on the Lightning. Face off to the right of Lindgren. Kallgren, excuse me. Kucherov, long-range shot, blocked. Leafs try to get it out. They will, but a stoppage of play. And looks like there's a man now. It's Bellemare. Let's see what happened. Oh, looked like he took one to the knee. Either that or Spezza put the stick where it shouldn't be. Or it could be a combination of both. Took the slap shot right to the outside of the right knee. And then just add insult to injury. Spezza having the stick between his legs. And it looks like Toronto's going. So Tampa's going on the power play. So for what? Now a puck scoring just outside the net. Bolts able to maintain possession of it. And shot by Stamkos. Stamp goes on the power play. It's now 3-0 Bolts. Oh my goodness. And with that, Stamkos becomes the Lightning's all-time franchise leader in points scored. Congratulations to Steven Stamkos, 954. Look at that. Stamkos was all alone. All he had to do was connect, and he got it. Went off the stick of Kallgren as well. Most in franchise history, just past Martin St. Louis. Bolts without at center. And Stamkos tried to get it, but it was offside. 34 goals this year, 54. That's 88 points overall. Looks like Martin St. Louis congratulating him, now the coach of the Montreal Canadiens. And face-off won by the Lightning. Thrown along the boards. Leafs coming up with it. Trying to get out there, unable to. Kucherov keeps it in there. Stamkos sends up shot, and it goes wide. McDonough passing along. Rada. Back to McDonough, passes along to Kucherov. Kucherov lost control of it. Kucherov recovers shot off the toe of Kallgren. I fight for it in the left corner. Coming away with it. Stamkos lost it. And now the Bolts have to retreat to center. McDonough with it. Passes along. And pass up ice. Intercept it. Here come the Leafs. It's Spencer. Cross ice pass to Marner. Excuse me, that was the Abushkin. The shot went wide and now into the glove of Vasilevsky. And face off, they're tied up. Bolts coming away with it. I'll try to fight for it behind the net now along the right side. And taken up by the Bolts, driving in. Paul has to skate around the net, now throws it along the boards. This is Ruda passing it back to Kucherov. Kucherov cross ice path and shot, and it'll go wide into the seats. Well, now off the netting, that would have gone into the seats. Looks like we got a penalty upcoming. And they're going to get the Abushkin. I didn't catch what they got him for, though. Bolts on the power play when we return here on your home for the NHL. Lightning back on the power play again as they get the Abushkin for high sticking. Chance for the Bolts to really blast this one wide open. as they fight for it in the left corner. Marner coming away with it. Lost control of it. Perry also lost control of it in front of the net. Leafs able to get it out. And Hedman will play it. Looking to take it up ice. Throws it along the left side. Tries to center and pass to nobody. Stamkos with it now. Drops it back to Hedman. Cross ice pass. They couldn't connect with anybody. And the Leafs will get it out. Here's Marner. Marner. And he gets taken down. And play will go on. Here come the Bolts the other way. Dropping it back. Perry setting it up. Shot. No go. As now it's in. Kucherov knocks it in. And now it's 4-0 Lightning. As Colgren was keeping it out, but Kucherov knocks it in. And this one's getting out of hand here in Tampa tonight. Disney NHL from the territory of Disney. A great job by Stamkos to take it away from Marner. And then the drive. Colgren with the initial block. And then the puck ended up on Kucherov's stick, and he puts it in the net. I guess they're going to look it over. Oh, are they going to get the Bolts for potential? Nope. Although they probably could have challenged that. But the Leafs let it go. Kucherov 5 goals in the last 4 games as Colgren will cover this one up. And Cirelli, it looks like Giordano. Somebody's going to have to call Saul soon. As the refs get in there to break it up. And it looks like some more Mortal Kombat going on. Hagel now being double teamed by Tavares. And I can see Bunting. And now Tavares and Hagel going at it. Tempers starting to flare. I mean, I understand why Toronto's doing it, but if you're Tampa Bay, you got to have a cooler head. You got all the momentum in the world, and there's really no reason to drop the gloves with any of these guys. So we're going to have to try and get this mess sorted out. So Giordano going away for the Leafs. I saw Hagel in the box for the Lightning. Oh, now Tavares joining them. And it is Hagel and Anthony Cirelli in the box for the Lightning. So we're going to get some 3-on-3 now. So we'll see how this ends up scoring. There you get Cirelli and Hagel for Miners, as well as Tavares and Giordano. Kucherov, 601 career points in 557 games. Fastest to that mark. Here come the Leafs. Nylander lost control of it. And I'll play on as Stamkos. And now Stamkos is hurting. Like he took a stick to the eye or something. Not bleeding, so it looks like he's fine. And now they're going to get Kerfoot. So it's starting to get a little crowded there in the Toronto penalty box. I'm going to have quite some fun. Oh! Took it to the side of the helmet. The stick to the side of the helmet. Fortunate it did not get inside the visor. So we got some 4-on-4 now. And the Leafs get the face off. Move it up ice. This is Marner. Marner's shot turned away by Vasilevsky. Well, Stamkos also got a penalty for tripping. So it was coincidental minor. So Lightning, meanwhile, with it, shot hit the side of the net. As Lyubushkin will try to get out. Riley to Lyubushkin. Excuse me. Dropping it back. Lyubushkin will try it again. Passes along to Nylander. Running along the boards. Taken up. This is Marner. Scratch that. That was Giordano. No, Giordano's in the box. So that was Mikheyev. McKayev. McDonough will throw it across the ice. Now taken up by McDonough. McDonough drops it back. Good for some help. Throwing along. Fight forward into the corner. Now taken up by Engvall. Engvall with it. Now trying to skate around the net. Looking for some help. Passes. And now thrown along the boards. Now to fight for it in the left corner. Taken by the Bolts. In the Leaf zone. Cernak will throw it along the boards for Belmar. Yeah. And now power play time up. Stamkos with it. Center pass shot turned away by Kallgren. Hedman passes it. Stamkos' shot just goes wide. And now taken up by Kerfoot. Into the Lightning zone. Dropping back. Kerfoot. Kerfoot tried to shoot it and turned away by Vasilevsky. And Lightning thrown into the Leafs zone. Leafs try to take it out. As we're approaching 100 seconds to go here in the second. The Bolts holding a 4-0 advantage. Taken up by Bogosian. Throws it into the Leafs zone. Now they fight for it in the left corner. Try to pass it to Maroon. He could not get control of it. Leafs try to get it out. They will. Thrown back into the Leafs zone. Now the Leafs throw it into the Bolt zone. Now taken by Vasilevsky. We'll throw it along the boards. And Maroon passes it along. Driving in. Looking, going behind the net. Drops it back, long range shot, and it was wide. Maroon throws it along the boards. On the left side, they fight for it. Puck up for grabs. And Stamkos was able to hurdle out of danger. Now they fight for it right in front of the penalty boxes. Taken by Stamkos. Trying to get to Kucherov. He could not connect. Drop back, and now the Leafs take control of it. Coming up on 30 seconds to go here in the second period. And now some fisticuffs going at Simmons and Maroon going at it. And tension's starting to heat up. It's the Leafs starting to show some frustration. And Simmons and Maroon. It looks like Maroon's starting to throw a couple rights. Simmons throwing a couple rights. Now got him by the collar. Somebody's got to throw a punch. Simmons trying. Now he connects with the right. And now they'll break it up. And looks like that's going to be the end of the line for Simmons. Or are they just going to the locker room? Since there's really no point in putting them in the box because they're going to have to go right back in there to start the third. And face-off won by the Leafs with just under 30 seconds to go in the period. Thrown into the Bolt zone. Vasilevsky will play it for Hedman. Hedman trying to get it out. He will. And now the Leafs trying to get it. They'll try for one last push. Thrown up ice into the Bolt zone. 10 seconds to go. Bolts will try for one last push. Driving 5 seconds to go. Hedman will just throw it into the left corner. And that will take us to the end of the second period. And for the Lightning, 4 goals this period, tied for most in a single period this year. January 22nd at San Jose. "40 minutes played in Tampa. Bolts dominating here on your home for the NHL. Score all that. Control. 2 periods down in Tampa tonight. Lightning up 4-0. 4 different goal scores in the second period. Kilgore got it started with the goal at 3:54 in the second. And Colton at the 11:37 mark, and then twice on the power play. First one by Stamkos to make him the points leader in Tampa Bay Lightning franchise history, as well as Kucherov with the power play goal 15:07 to make it 4-0. Stat line through 2. Leafs still out shooting the Lightning 25-22. Lightning, though, 2 for 3 on the power play. Toronto winning 62% of the faceoffs. They have blocked 14 shots. The Lightning just 11. The Lightning with 6 giveaways. Leafs 5. Both with 1 giveaway. Lightning with 25 hits, and the Maple Leafs with 21. Scores from elsewhere in the NHL. We have a final in Long Island as the Rangers defeat the Islanders 6-3. Well, that's good news for them, but bad news is the Hurricanes defeat the Jets 4-2, so they will remain tied at 108 points now. While the Flyers defeat the Canadiens 6-3. Panthers defeating the Red Wings 5-2, getting them one step closer to the Atlantic Division title, especially now with their in-state rival Tampa Bay beating up on Toronto 4-0. Sabres defeat the Devils 5-2. Penguins defeat the Bruins 4-0. Good news for Tampa Bay. They will remain in third in the Atlantic tonight. Pittsburgh will move into sole possession of third in the Metropolitan. And right now, after 2 periods, Vancouver and Minnesota tied at 3. After 1 in Calgary, no score between the Stars and Flames. Set to get underway in about half an hour. The Blackhawks taking on the Kings in L.A. As LA looks to try to keep Vegas in the rearview mirror. And St. Louis and San Jose also slate take off 10:30. All right. Let me use the bathroom. About to start third period in Tampa Bay as the Lightning took control of that second period to go up 4-0. Steven Stamkos now the franchise leader in points, so congratulations to him. As Toronto, barring a meltdown by Tampa Bay, look like they're going to be stuck in second. With the Panthers winning tonight, that probably will all but clinch the Atlantic Division for them. Tampa Bay, meanwhile, getting a break. The Bruins fell to the Penguins and fell hard. Was it 4-0? Yes, 4-0. So King Savage probably liking that because now his team is in sole possession of third in the Atlantic, keeping my Caps in the rearview mirror. And we're underway here in the third period. As Colgren will play it on the net. Now the Leafs trying to move it up ice with the Abushkin passing it along. Riley throwing it into the Bolts zone. Vasilevsky will play it behind the net. Throws it along the left boards. Now going back into the Leafs zone. Riley throw it across the boards. And the Leafs trying to move it up ice. They will. Whiteboard in the left corner. Bolts able to get it out. That Whiteboard in front of the Lightning bench. Puck squirts free. And Brody will take it in his own zone. To move it up ice. Pass it along to Nylander. Nylander driving shot off the skate of Vasilevsky. The Bolts move it up ice. Getting it over to Stamkos, dropping it back to Kucherov. Kucherov throws it along the boards. Stamkos will try to play it. He will. Drops it back. Long range shot. Score! Sergachev, and it's now 5-0 Tampa Bay. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I just bit my tongue again. Why do I always do that on scoring plays? That always seems where I bite my tongue. It's like, and it's just going from bad to worse for Toronto. Palat might have gotten a stick on it. Nope, they're going to credit Sergachev with it. 8th goal this year. And Toronto and Tampa Bay fans loving it. They're up there. They're having a good time. Yeah, bit the right side of my tongue again. Why do I do that every time the team scores? I did that in the divisional round between the 49ers and Packers when the Niners had the block punt for a touchdown. And I did earlier this year with the Caps score. I forgot which goal it was. I have to revisit it. Anyway, Leafs with it now. As Blackwell throws it into the Bolts zone. Now fight for it in the left corner. Grabs Paul, gets it out to Perry. And back out to Perry now. Drives it into the Leafs zone. Long range shot will go up into the stands. So Maple Leafs remaining schedule after today. They were in Florida on Saturday, in Washington Sunday, host the Red Wings next Tuesday, and then the 29th close the season out against the Bruins. And now Maple Leaf is down. Let me get up. 18:07 to go in the game. quite got the numbers up. And face-off taken by the Bolts. And Palat will throw it into the right corner. Colgren will play it. Left side, Leafs trying to get it out. They will. And thrown into the right corner. Clifford tried to play it for the Leafs. Palat beats him out. Leafs able to keep it in. And passing out of Bolts, able to get it out. Kucherov cross-ice pass gets away. And it'll be played by Hull for an icing. And puck comes back into the Leafs zone for icing. 17:25 to go. And puck taken by the Leafs. Going around the horn. Long range shot. No go. As Riley will throw it along the boards. Center and pass right in front. No! It hit the post. I thought it went in. I'm sorry about that, folks. Nylander almost broke the shutout, but he could not connect. Here's Riley. Passes it along. Dropping it back now. Lost it. Here comes Hedman for the Bolts. I'll make that Cirelli. Puts it into the left corner. Now they fight for it. Fighting for it. Arm up, and we got a delayed penalty. And now tension starting to flare. We got some Mortal Kombat going on in the left corner. And Toronto is really losing it. And Bunting looks like he's going to be escorted to the penalty box. And things just going from bad to worse for Toronto. Oh, Bunting almost got Cirelli in the head with an elbow. Oh, and then he got him in the face with an elbow. It looked like an elbow. And that is the verdict. 2 minutes for elbowing. Looks like Cirelli just got to get patched up on the bench. And a nice little cut right on the schnoz. Hedman with the puck now and stoppage of play. Face off at neutral ice. Won by the Lightning. Hedman dropping it back. And the Leafs trying to get it out. They get it out to center. The Bolts will retrieve it. This is Hedman. We got a stoppage of play. Stamkos getting waved out of the face-off circle. And Lightning win the face-off. They're going to move it up ice. Will drops it back. Stamkos taking it up. On the right side, cross-ice pass to Kucherov. Kucherov, centered pass, could not connect with Killorn. And the Leafs unable to get it out. Kucherov will try it again. Shot, no go. Colgren gets a piece of it. Hedman, long range shot, no go. And Lightning with it along the left corner. Now trying to fight for it behind the net. Stamkos with it in the right corner. Perry throws it along the boards for Kucherov. Looking, drops it back. Hedman struggling to get control of it. Passes it along. Shot net. And in! The third power play goal of the game. And this one goes to Stamkos. His second of the game. And it's getting ugly here in Tampa as it's now 6-0 Tampa Bay. And I think at this point, any Maple Leaf fans who are in attendance may want to start making it to the exits. This one just getting out of hand. I think if I'm Toronto, if I'm Sheldon Keefe, I'm calling a timeout, trying to get my team reestablished, settle them down, and maybe make a goalie change while I'm at it. Bring in Jack Campbell. That doesn't seem to be the case. Toronto plays on. They'll throw it. Like it went into the Lightning bench. Oh, they actually give it to Kilnor, not Stamkos, so that's his second of the game. 57 points this season is a career high, has 2 goals tonight. And now the Leafs taking it up ice. Spezza with it. Spezza could not get control of it. Now penalty upcoming as Foot took down Spezza. Well, Toronto will get a chance on the power play, but at this point, all they will do is maybe give them a chance to break the shutout. Toronto on the power play, see if they can try to break the shutout. They win the faceoff. Looking, passes it along, drops it back, and try to set up in front. Vasilevsky able to keep it out. Leafs still with it now. Looking, passes. Tavares with it behind the net, passes along, going around the horn. And shot blocked. It'll go out of play. And Leafs win the face-off here. There's Riley passing it along to Nylander. Nylander dropping it back to Riley. Passes it along, and shot goes out of play. Face off to the left of Vasilevsky, won by the Lightning as McDonough will throw it back into the Leafs zone. And Colgren will play it for Nylander. And will then play it for Riley. Riley plays it up for Tavares, and they try to move it up ice. Now it goes back. Colgrim will play it for Riley. Tavares dropping it back for Nylander. Nylander to Tavares. Tavares, shot, no go. Looked like Vasilevsky kept it out. And Riley able to keep it in for the Leafs. Leafs with it now, cross ice pass. Marner, shot, no go. Rebound, no go. Riley with it now, looking for some help. Goes behind the net. Drops it back. Passes along to Nylander. Nylander passing. Tried to center and pass. They couldn't connect. 17 seconds go on the power play. Now here comes Paul. Paul has to pull back as he gets forced into the right corner. And shot, and Colgrim will cover it up. And tensions continuing to flares now. Blackwell wanted a piece of Paul. If I'm Sheldon Keefe, I'm calling a timeout. Your team has clearly lost composure. They're getting their butts kicked on the scoreboard now. They just completely, and now they're getting into more penalty trouble. As Blackwell will go into the box. As will Cirelli. So coincidental minors. At this point, might as well just do it this way. Whoop. Toronto actually will have a two-man advantage. Because they'll have two men in the box. Paul and Cirelli will be going off for minor penalties of 6 seconds. They will have two-man advantage. Hammering 3 straight Stanley Cup wins. First player since 1983 to do so. One in 2019 with the Blues, and then the last 2 with the Lightning. So the Leafs will have a brief two-man advantage. Now they'll be back on the power play. Dropping it back. Trying to set it up. Shot! No, he did not! I thought he put it in again. I misrepresented. I'm sorry. Toronto fans, don't kill me. From the angle, it looked like he put it in the net. Let's see. Nope. Somehow Vasilevsky was able to keep it out. I thought he carried his skate into the net. He did not hit the post. And Sergachev able to get it out. So Leafs will try it again. This is Giordano dropping it back for Mikheyev. Pass it along the end goal. Along the left side, dropping it back. Giordano was able to keep it in. Here's a shot. Score! This time it is a goal! Mikheyev breaks the shutout. As Toronto getting on the board for the first time tonight. The Leaf fans are cheering, but honestly, you don't really have a lot to cheer about. All that did was break the shutout. This one looked like it hit the left leg of Vasilevsky and found its way into the back of the net. Fight for it along the left side. And Bolt's able to keep it in. Bogusin passes, and shot will go out of play. It wasn't. No, they're going to keep going. And Colgren will cover it up. And it looks like some fisticuffs going on. Here we go. We got some Mortal Kombat going on, baby. Oh, the Leafs have just lost it. I mean, come on, folks. I mean, they have been playing goon-like hockey pretty much since the second period. I mean, at this point, just being sore losers. I'm sorry, but I'm going to call it like I see it. Right now, Toronto is being a bunch of sore losers. Resorting to being goons. You can't beat them on the scoreboard. Why not try to beat them on the ice? Lightning 6, Leafs 1. You're home for the NHL. 6-1 our score here in Tampa Bay, and the Maple Leaf penalty box just getting more crowded by the minute. They got Blackwell, Riley, and Clifford in the box. So we'll see how they score this one. But I have to wait till post game to write out all the penalties, because there have been just so many of them. They're still trying to sort out the penalties. They're still going over. So Clifford and Riley will get a minor, while Corey Perry will get a minor for Tampa Bay. And really, at this point, Toronto has just resorted to being the goons, knowing that they really don't have much time to get back in this game. And I mean, this has probably been the ugliest hockey game I have called. Mind you, I once disengaged. The first time I called the Tampa Bay Lightning, I got disengaged from a game because it got lopsided. Somehow I'm still here calling this one. We'll get some 4-on-4 action going on. Lightning taking it up into the Maple Leaf zone. Banked it off the board. Nylander will take it up for the Leafs. Drop it back to Tavares. He lost control of it. Sergachev trying to get it out. He will. There come the Bolts the other way into the Leaf zone. Palat with it. Passes it along. Pass back to Palat. Palat's there and pass. Called in his second of the night. And oh my goodness, is Tampa Bay just taking it to Eric Colgren. It is now 7-1. Bolts with it in their own zone. Leafs trying to now take it away by Killorn. Leafs able to get it back. They look to move it up ice. Into the Bolts zone. Marner with it. Marner lost control of it. Bolts try to get it out. McDonough with it. Passes along. Up to McDonough. He lost control of it. Now he gets it back. McDonough driving. Trying to center and pass. It got blocked. Leafs come back the other way. Mikheyev trying to set up for Marner. Marner gives it away. Leafs able to get it back at center now. Moving up. Brody. Dropping it back. And now we got a stoppage of play. Mikheyev looked like he tried to hack the leg of Killorn. All right, somebody deliver some chips and dips to the Maple Leaf penalty box. They're having a party in there. Yeah, while you're at it, do it for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, they're having a regular party in there. Face-off won by the Leafs. Taken by Lyubushkin. By Brody, back to Lyubushkin, back to Brody. Lost control of it. As Tampa Bay now on the power play for 3 minutes. Bolts within the zone. Yeah, at this point, you're not missing much. Bolts taking it up ice. One power play's expired. Now it's 5-on-4 now. And there for Hagel. Hagel losing control of it. Leafs taking it up ice. Engvall driving in. Shot goes wide. Bolt's going to try to take it up ice. Sergachev with it. And the Leafs will throw it right back into the Bolt zone. Vasilevsky will play it for McDonough. And Leafs able to poke it free. 2-on-1. Camp shot goes off Vasilevsky's skate. Still playable. And Bolt able to get it. It's a 2-on-1 developing. And had to pull back. Gets it to Hedman. Hedman long range shot. No go. Goes wide. Try it again. Along the boards to Colton. Sergachev. That's along Colton back to Hedman. At the Colton shot and it goes wide. Sergachev with it now. Hedman long range shot wide. And it goes off the skate and the Leafs able to get it out. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Hedman will play it. Stamkos with it, drops it back to Hedman. Hedman passes along to Kucherov. The power play is over. Stamkos center pass intercepted. And the Leafs will throw it in. And Vasilevsky will play it for McDonough. 6.5 to go in the third. Passes up ice. The foot. Passes along to McDonough. Passes along to the right corner. And try to set up for Maroon. It did not go. And now, after backing it off the boards, Palat takes it away. Try to drop back to Colton. Leafs getting away. Now 2-on-1 for the Bolts. Maroon shot scores! Pat Maroon. 8-1 Bolts. Right off the jersey of Eric Hallgren. I almost say it's time to pull the goalie, but with this much time left, I don't really see what the point of it is. Team season high in goals scored. Toronto season high in goals allowed. And now taken by Kerfoot. Kerfoot, the Marner shot wide. Nylander could not bank it in. And drop back to center ice. Riley will play it. So up there for Marner, or make that Kerfoot. Fight for it in the left corner. As Paul throws it away. Taken by Brody. Brody's shot. Oh, still in play. 5 minutes to go. No, they actually called it out of play. 5:01 to play. And for Toronto, it might be the longest 5 minutes and 1 second in their lives. It's been getting physical down there. Your score, Bolts 8, Leafs 1. This is your home for the NHL. Back in action, Leafs with it now, as Hull will throw it up ice. And now taken away, Cal Foot with it. Drop it back, now it's given away. And it looks like some more chirping as Maroon and Simmons look like they want to go again. And this game has been ugly. I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore. This may be the ugliest game I have ever called. Maybe the worst NHL game I have called on Twitch. I've been doing this for 2 years. This may be the worst game I've called. Throwing in there for icing. Look at Jack Campbell, who should be in the game right now, but Toronto had opted to keep Colgren in. Long range shot, and Colgren will cover it up. King's Average Bro, if you're still watching this, I'm sorry I've tortured you tonight with this telecast. This may be the worst one I've done. All right, 3.5 to go. Killorn shot paddled wide by Colgren. The Leafs try to come away with it now. 3:23 to go in the third. And arm up, and surprise, surprise, we're going to have another penalty. And it looks like this one's going to be on Toronto. And Lightning able to get it out. And now we got some more Mortal Kombat. Bunting looked like he wants a piece of Perry. And for the love of God, can we just end this game? This is just flat out ugly. I mean, if you're a Tampa Bay fan, you're loving it because you're up big. I think if you're a Toronto fan, you're demanding your money back. If you attended this game, you're asking for your money back. Get this. Yeah, Bunting taking it. Oh, he just ripped the stick right out of the hands of Corey Perry. And Leafs win the face-off under 3 minutes to play here in the game. Throws it in there. Cernak trying to play it in the right corner. Drops it back. Colton throws it along the boards. And Colton swing and a miss. Leafs try to take it out. 2.5 to go. Now Kerfoot drops it back to Nylander's shot, and Vasilevsky gets a piece of it, and it'll go out of play. And Bolts take it. Right for along the right side. Leafs with it now at center. And they give it away. Here come the Bolts. Trying to drive it back. Blackwell getting in the way. And they try to throw it out. Taken up by Engvall. Running in the left corner now. They fight for it. Bolts trying to get it out. They will. Leafs taking control of it now at center. Driving. Passes. And try to shoot it. It was turned away. 90 seconds to go. Bolts driving. Here's Paul's shot just wide. And now thrown back into the Leaf zone. 70 seconds to go in the game. Look at the throw it up ice. Taken by Camp, he'll throw it out the center. Lightning taking control of it. Cernak. And, yep, here we go again. More Mortal Kombat. I mean, for Toronto, it's academic at this point. But if you're Tampa Bay, you got to show some damn restraint. I mean, there is no reason you need to engage with these goons. They're mad because they are losing. You know, Toronto, I'm going to call you out. You are acting like a bunch of goons tonight. Maybe it's good that I don't call you because this was a disgraceful performance. And any Maple Leaf fan who wants to, say something, Well, you got another 49.3 seconds to go. Or perhaps these two will meet again in the playoffs. I might call a game. Voice your opinion then. But it's unfortunate that there's still 49.3 seconds left to this. This has gotten out of hand. Absolutely gotten out of hand. And Bunning got a misconduct penalty. Yes. Holmgren will play it behind the net for Giordano. There's 30 seconds left. Leafs will try one last time, dropping it back. Pass it along. Giordano with it. Just going around the horn, trying to set up in front, no go. Ten seconds to go. And thank the Lord that this game is finally over. Bolts will tack it on. Final of Tampa tonight. Lightning 8, Maple Leafs 1. Thanks for watching. Till next time, Kyle Quebec. Sign off.